Today we're gonna make those pants fit. Hi everyone, I'm Angelina and this is Blueprint DIY, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. So a couple of weeks ago, I went thrifting and it was like fill a bag for $40, amazing sale. So I saw these check pants and I had to get them into the bag, but I got them back to the house and they were really just too big, which I didn't care because I was going to figure out a way to make them fit. They are a size 14. So then I thought, crossover pants are super in, so maybe I would give that a try. You guys know that I've done crossover jeans before, so I want to see if I can turn these into crossover pants. And I'm gonna show you, and it's really pretty simple. So this is how they fit me. I have about, let's see, that's about 3 inches extra. So I have about 3 inches extra in the waist. So yeah, I really do like the length on these. So I'm going to attempt to see if I can cross them over. So you can see they would fit pretty well at the top if I did them like that. All right, the first thing we're gonna do in order to make these crossover pants, much like I did to the jeans, you are going to fit them so that you know where you're gonna need a new button. You can take this button and move it over here. So you're going to fit them so that they fit the way you want them to. Whether it's loose or tight, just fit them the way you want them to. And then add a safety pin right where the new button should be. You see the buttonhole here, the new button should be there. That makes the pants fit really snug. And we're gonna take them off and adjust them. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. I always try to give you guys the best upcycles in the world. So definitely subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. You never know what upcycle I'm gonna do next. And share this video so everyone knows all the amazing stuff going on here. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is take this seam apart, the seam that is underneath, like in the middle of the crotch. We're going to take it apart from the crotch seam all the way up to the zipper, and then we're going to take this zipper part out. Now what we really want is this whole side to be free from this. So it can take some finagling to do that just because of the way it's constructed. If it has a zipper, like, you know, like a jean zipper, or you know, the way these pants close. Now we just need to get this zipper out of the waistband. Yay! So now we have this open section where the zipper was. We can go ahead and sew that back down in place. And what's going to happen is now that this whole section is open and free, we can overlay it, but we have to do it in a way where the pants kind of still lay flat. So you want to be careful about that, you know. There's definitely going to be some puckering. I want you guys to expect that. And even in the ones, the designer ones that you see in the stores, they have puckering. There is really no way to do these pants without it. So you're going to have to expect it in some way, shape, or form. You just want to construct it the best way you can to minimize it as much as possible. Okay, so what I know is that my new button wants to go here. So these two want to be connected. So I can go ahead and actually pin the pieces together right there. That'll help me lay everything out. All right, so what I'm trying to figure out is I want to zip this. Okay, what I'm trying to figure out is where does my new zipper want to go? So I'm going to close up the zipper and pin it in place so that I can try it on again and verify if this is actually where I want it to be. That way, if it's not, I won't have to take a seam apart again. Okay, so the only thing I think that needs adjustment is the tail of the pin. I think that's the only part it needs to come up so that it'll be underneath this part. So then the last thing would be that I need to figure out how to move these thingamabobbers or replace it with something else. So we'll do a little discovery and see if we can figure that out. But other than that, that's good to go. So what I can do is just go to the sewing machine, sew this down. And you don't really need to worry about the fact that the zipper is exposed because you won't be able to see it once it's under the flap. And if you notice, I'm sewing this whole thing without any bobbin thread, which is one of those things that makes me this mad. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. Here I am actually doing it the right way. Sew this down. This I'm going to sew down as a top stitch. From underneath the zipper all the way to the crotch, I'm going to sew that down as a top stitch. And then I'll add the button back in, and then we'll figure out how, if we can, move these things right here. So I took the seam, the waistband seam, apart a little bit more. If you remember, I had already taken it apart some because I had to get the zipper out. So I just cracked it open and I could see this underside, so I just took it apart a little bit more, and now I can see fully how these things are attached. And so basically all I need is a flathead screwdriver, and I should be able to get underneath here and pry these open. So like I can get underneath with my nail, but I don't want to break my nail off, so I'm gonna get underneath there with something small. Okay, so I have 3 options: 2 of the screwdrivers that came with my Sailrite sewing machine, and then 1 old seam ripper that's pretty dull, so I don't mind if I ruin it. But I'm going to just try to get it underneath there. Got it up a little bit. I got it up enough. Oh yeah. So I venture to guess I want it to go up all the way straight, because if I get it to go up all the way straight, I'll be able to put it back in another location. But if I don't get it up to go up all the way straight, then it won't go in, you know, it won't go back in properly. You could also just do a button and a buttonhole, you know. Okay, so I discovered that these pieces are these have 2 pieces each, and one goes like through the fabric and then the other one fits onto it and then it clamps down. I have one in right now. I'm gonna install the other one right now. I'm going to basically just loop it over the piece that it goes with, lay it down, and just push the edges through and pull it out. I don't know why I thought this was going to be so much more complicated than it is. It's really not complicated at all. Then you flip it over and put the second piece on, and then you just take some pliers or something like that and clamp it closed. So let's see how it turned out. But before we do, if you are interested in learning more about upcycling and getting some accountability to make sure you kind of make that pile of thrifted stuff or those clothes go down, that pile of things that you said you were going to upcycle but you haven't, then my class is definitely for you. It's the Renegade Upcycle Challenge. Click that join button down below to learn more. And if you want other perks like advanced viewing of videos, as well as knowing what I'm going to do before everyone else, then yes, definitely click that join button and become a member of Team Renegade. So I styled them with this Jaws t-shirt that I also thrifted, and I really like the modern vintage vibes right here. Whenever I wear something like that, I feel like a rock star, as you can see here. But the best thing is that the pants fit absolutely perfectly now. So yes, definitely let me know in the comments below if this is something you think you could try. And over here, I'll have the link to this no-sew t-shirt. Yes, I have figured out how to do the shoulder pad t-shirt no-sew and have a video for it right here, as well as the jean crossovers that I've done. They'll be right here as well. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!